to the young Dan? Knowing what you know now, what would be your advice to that young Dan?
I think everybody has to go through this. And I think as I share this, you might not get it yet because you're not there. But I would look back and I would say, you know what, success is getting what you want, but significance is giving what you got. You have to go through the stage. You have to learn how to become successful. Yes, I know, I get it. Get the car, get the house, get all that stuff.
Right.
But when you do get there, you realize there's more to life. Because at the end of the day, how many cars can you drive? Right? How many beds can you sleep on? It's one house, it's one car, it's two cars. After a while, those things don't mean a lot. What is meaningful is you'll be able to do what you like to do. And success to me is very, like, the definition is very simple. I think it is be able to have a predetermined plan, whatever the plan is, predetermined plan, executing the plan successfully over a long period of time, and having fun doing it.
Enjoying the process.
If you can do that, I think you're very successful. So it's not so much a destination, it's a journey. So don't wait till, when I make that fucking $1 million, I'll be happy, I'll be successful. Yeah. No, chances are if you're not happy along the way, you're not going to enjoy the $1 million.
Not going to last. Or if you get there, you'll chill out.
Yeah,
stop.
Like nowadays, I don't even think about like money and, I'm going to make it's this much, I'm going to make that much. But when you don't focus on that, money is a funny thing. Money goes to people who doesn't need it. Money goes to people who knows how to multiply it.
Right.
When you're not chasing money, money just comes. It's crazy.
What about to people listening? Because I really want to be in touch with the audience, to people listening and maybe trying to find clarity. What would be your best advice to people who are trying to find clarity or maybe find their thing or maybe enhance their business idea? What have you learned along your journey of wealth and fulfillment to people out there who want to get some clarity? What would be your best advice to people out there looking to, sort of sharpen that? Or do you think they sort of need to go through failures and just bump into the walls along the way?
To some degree they do, but what works for me was I have my mentor. It's just you got to find that someone that who you resonate with, who you respect. That to me may not be the answer for everybody, but that was the answer for me. Yeah, you could watch 100 YouTube videos.
Right.
You could listen to 100 podcasts. You find that how come you actually have less clarity compared to before you even watch all this shit.
Right. Yeah.
So you need, knowledge is not wisdom, right? I always say knowledge is data. Is knowing all these things you could possibly do. Wisdom is knowing which one is bullshit and just do this. You need to do this. And chances are, if you could get there by yourself, you'll already be there.
Powerful, yeah.
Your conscious level, your understanding got you to this point, this far. But if you have someone who is just from a distance, someone who trusts, who believe in you, and can say, hey, don't do this. Have you seen this? Have you looked at this? No. It changes everything.
Opens up a whole new possibility.
It's a possibility, right? And you want to find someone like a true mentor, not a fake mentor.
Right.
A true mentor who cares about your success, a mentor who you could talk to, just like one-on-one interaction, and a mentor who's where you want to be in your dreams.
Right, who's in it.
Who's in, not like done it 10 years ago, who's in it, who's doing it, is still been there and done that, continues to do it. You can find that person, do whatever the hell you could to learn from that. Whoever that person is. But if you find that person, oh man, that's when I find my mentor, I went all in. It was not, let me think about it. No, I went all in, whatever it takes. I don't care if I have to pay. I don't care if I have to work. I don't care if I have to volunteer. I don't care, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
That changed my life.
Powerful.
That changed my life.
And then one thing I want to ask is, because you brought up your wife a few times during the interview, how important do you find that a significant other is to your mindset, your business, your life? How important is that to people out there?
I think if you don't have that person, the spouse or the partner that's supportive in your life, it's going to be very, very difficult for you on your journey. So on my YouTube, I talk about my wife and I have a little show called Alpha Man, Smart Woman. And we have a saying, behind every successful man is a smarter woman.
True.
And also someone to share with, right? That when we travel together, my wife and I were very fortunate because we work together. So it's not like, she stay at home and I work. I travel with her. I go to conference with her.
Right, yeah. You guys have the same mission, same focus.
And she's kind of the boss, really, right? She knows, and I talk to her about everything. So she knows every single client I have, every single business deal that I'm doing, every single dollar that comes, she knows all that. So it's very, very transparent. So we're not just talking about like how's your day. No, we talk, have very, very deep conversation. And I learn a lot, and she always gives me that perspective. Because when you get to the point when you're very successful, it's not easy for people to tell you what to do, right?
Right, yeah.
Right? People around
you have a lot of yes men around
you. A lot
you,
of yes
yeah.
men. Like, you know, but my wife is like, no, that's a stupid idea, right? It's just like, that's a dumb idea. I said, all right.
Because you're just dad to her.
All right, you know. I remember, quick story, you'll wrap this up.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I was on TEDx, TEDx Stanley Park. Right, I just spoke to 2,000 people. You gotta understand,
right?
2,000 people impacting lives, right? Finished in my red suit, went home, got changed. It's like I was like on top of the world, right?
Right.
My wife saying, "Dan, take the trash out." I said, "You kidding me?"
Yeah.
I just talked to 2,000 people.
Yeah, changed lives.
10x. Hello, right? Hello, you saw how, right? Yeah. Take out the trash. I said, okay, right? And I took out the trash. And that was it keeps you humble, right? And I love that.
And then last question before we wrap up, and we usually play a little game at the end, but last question is, you know, for people who've heard your story and they're inspired by it in their own life, they're looking to take it to that next level. I know we sort of asked for a little bit of your wisdom from different areas of life, but being on this side of the fence to those dreamers that aspire to be, you know, where you are and beyond, what would be a new piece of advice or maybe something you haven't shared before that you find to be an important or integral part to people along their own journey?
Goes back to the mentoring. Instead of trying to learn from all these different people, find one person and then stick with that. Because I like to use the martial metaphor. Imagine you want to learn martial art. What if you go to, let's say this week, you go to a karate class, next week you go to a boxing class, next week, the week after you go to a taekwondo class, and then the week after go to a Krav Maga class. You never get good at anything, right? I think the purpose of learning is mastery. If you find the right mentor, and the right mentor to me is like, you look at the guy and you say, that's a guy I could spend 10 years learning from. That I would still so much to learn.
Yeah.
That's the right guy. And when you find that guy, just stick with it. Don't have that shiny object syndrome. Oh, that sounds good. That guy sounds pretty good. You never get good at anything.
Jack of all trades, master at none.
It's none. But you found the right person, you don't need a lot. If the guy is truly good, have depth, have wisdom, that one person can help you achieve all your goals.
Yeah, become a master.
And as you are growing, chances are your mentor is growing too. If your mentor is good, active, right? So you're like, get to hear, but your mentor is growing too, right? And that's why I take pride. I'm the guy that usually when anyone that goes through everybody else, and they finally found me. When they found me, my guys, talk to any one of them, they don't leave. They've been with me 2, 3, 5, 6 years. They don't leave.
They don't call you Dan Locke for nothing.
You call me Sifu, right?
Yep, Sifu.
You call me Sifu, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then before we wrap up, we play a game called First Things First.
Okay.
So it's a super quick game.
Okay.
Basically how it works, we played it with Grant Cardone and Elena.
Sure.
I know you enjoyed that interview.
Yes.
Basically how it works is I'm going to say a word or phrase. I'm just going to list off 10, and then you tell me the first word or phrase that comes to mind.
Sure.
In relation to that thing. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So first word is going to be failure.
Fast.
Impact.
World.
Money.
Vehicle.
Lessons.
Learned.
Mentors.
Necessity.
Success.
Illusion.
Dreams.
Pursue.
Passion.
Purpose.
Confidence.
Develop.
And then the last one, you ready?
Yeah.
Dan Locke's legacy.
None.
Elaborate on that.
I think people talk about the legacy that, after I want to impact a lot of people. I have this idea I can impact a lot of people. At the same time, I also know in the cosmos of the universe, I'm a dust. So what I do is very important. At the same time, it's not very important. So I don't have such a big ego and say I'm gonna be the Steve Jobs. I'm gonna impact the world. You know what? Even Steve Jobs is nothing but a dust in the universe. So I want to, with the present time that I have, want to impact a lot of people. But at the same time, I don't take it so seriously and say, yeah, because after, you know what, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years, 200 years, will people still remember who I am? Probably not. So I focus on right now who I can impact, the emotion that I could get back from people, the satisfaction, the fulfillment, knowing I've impacted their life in some way. That's cool.
Oh, man. Well, thank you so much, Dan. You've definitely made a big impact today.
Thank you, Omar.
You guys can check out more of Dan's stuff in his book, FU Money. And until then, we'll see you guys next time.